Why do you think that you have the right to silence me?
I always said that I don't want to be heard, I want to be felt. I don't want to make my mark, I want to make my dent.
I didn't realize at the time that I was actually one of the biggest activists and largest organizers of white nationalism and alt-right in the United States.
They are what is considered by most people sort of your button-up white supremacists, your suit and tie Nazis.
Arguably, what they spew, and while it's hateful and deplorable, is political speech, and so therefore it's protected under the Constitution.
Pat, why are you letting the fascists down here? You've got us blocked off, but you're letting the fascists come and harass us? We want them out of here now, damn it, or we're coming over the fucking barrier!
I can't walk in fear, and we don't walk in fear, you know. And I thank God for that.
Honestly, I wanted to make sure that when I left this earth, there would be something left behind that was worth a damn.
Are you accusing me of being a white supremacist?
I'm accusing you of being a racist, yes I am.
Okay.
Don't start anything with me, boy.
Boy?
You're Lamont Jackson, aren't you?
Jackson? Jenkins.
Lamont Jenkins.
My name is Lamont Jenkins, the founder and Executive Director of One People's Project, an anti-fascist organization, Antifa for short, based in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And for 26 years, we have been ruining the lives of bigots across the world. And we can use your help. If you can help us out with donating to onepeoplesproject.com/donate, please do. You can also go to a GoFundMe campaign that we just put up that's dedicated to two persons that we are going to dearly miss and did a whole lot of work for anti-fascism. And we hope that you can see it in your heart to help us take down the things that try to take us down. Remember this, hate has consequences.
Everybody, welcome back to the next episode of Antifascism O.G. Christian Perez is here with me, and we are both joining Daryl Lamont Jenkins, who is down at Delaney Hall supporting the hunger strikers and protesters who are out there.
How y'all doing, everybody? It's the first time since Saturday since I've been here, and a lot has changed. For one thing, that Newark police car was a foreign thing when it was Saturday. We didn't see that at all, but they took over shit over the past couple of days, and that didn't go over all that well. And I got a lot to talk about with that. Bottom line is, we're not sitting where we first shot this when we first came here, because they changed everything. I just before I say, I just want to say hey to everybody. How y'all doing? What's going on, Beth and Christian? And yeah, there isn't a lot of people here today. But over the past couple of days, there was a lot of people that got arrested. They more or less cleared out, tried to clear. No, they actually did a pretty good job of clearing out everybody away from the entranceways of the prison of Delaney Hall, and we are now put in some sort of pen of sorts, with these concrete dividers that are basically keeping us away from the street, from the prison. It's a different situation here. There isn't, I would say when we had about 200-300 people in the street on Saturday, it really looks like maybe 75 today.
So, Daryl, one of the things I'd been seeing on the videos were like the support groups who were there to support like family members who were going to visit their loved ones who were inside. Are they allowing those people to be close enough?
Well, unfortunately, I just got here. I don't know if the families have been marginalized even more than they have been. I don't see the tent that huge tent that they had before. So I think they had to break it down.
Yeah, they shut that down.
Yeah, they that's on the other side. That it was located in the area that's not here. I see little bits and pieces of whatchamacallit, of someplace where you can get like food and stuff like that. Sorry, is there any water over there?
There's water all over.
No. Okay, appreciate it, man. Yeah, because my throat is dying right now. Oh, someone hooked me up. Someone's hooking me up.
So, Daryl,
Appreciate it,
you
man.
said the cops had the streets all blocked. Did you have to walk a long way just to get there?
Yeah, here's the thing. They had kept people on Saturday from parking all the way down here. When we did the show on, what was it, Thursday? I was able to be right across the street from the prison. But on Saturday, I had to park maybe a half mile down the road and walk all the way here. So I'm getting my exercise in. And that's where I am right now. But I'm actually worried that I am going to lose my car. So I'm just looking over here. If I see any tow trucks, I'm going to start going that way.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like I got that situation.
Do you see any counter protesters, Daryl, or does it all look like supporters?
Not at all. It's just it looks like supporters. It looks like supporters. Interesting thing. There was something going on the online. I was looking at it on one of our feeds. I don't know. Now, bear in mind, I don't know if this is true. I don't know who the person might have been. If it is true, but apparently, when everybody got swept up and arrested on Saturday or Sunday or whatever over the weekend, some of the right wingers got swept up in that shit too. And this one dude just got his ass kicked by the police. That's what they're saying. That's what I saw online. But like I said, I can't confirm that. I don't know whether or not that actually happened. But it'll be funny as hell if it did.
So, Daryl, when they came out on Saturday, those counter protesters, it looked like a pretty small group of them from what the online feeds were showing, the live streams.
Compared to us, yeah. I say that we knew they were coming. We knew that they were going to have their little thing, and we were out there ready to play. But basically, there was some shoving and screaming and hollering at each other. That happened, and then that started immediately at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and it got to a point where it was just screaming and hollering at people. It was then some shoving here and there. Then everybody just had just chilled out for a little bit. Then the Proud Boys showed up. And the Proud Boys, I mean, they didn't do jack. We just basically screamed and hollered again at them. They screamed and hollered at us. They said something to me. I mean, I was talking with them over the past while they were here and everything, and then they left. And so it really wasn't. They really didn't have a lot of presence here. They didn't. Ironically, there was and this is another story that's going to be on IDVOC soon. It turns out there's a group that of Proud Boys that does not recognize the Proud Boys that were here, because they said that they were associated with Brian James, who used to be Vinlanders, I that's between them. I don't know what's going on with that, but I had left, and there's been a couple of influencers that were here. Like I noted, the guy that got arrested and beat up by the cops, that's a possibility. But overall, here's my boy. I was wondering. I mean, actually, one of my boys is here right now. I'm doing my podcast. Yeah.
I promise I'm not coming here to peacock or anything.
You can peacock all you want. Why should I be alone? If you want to tell everybody who you are, can you see him? Because I'll slide on over. I don't know if
yeah. Slide
into
on
the
over
camera
a little bit.
All right. Okay.
There we go. We got you now.
Hold on, because we got this. Because you don't have ears on, so you're gonna have to talk loud. Oh yeah. You can have this one. Oh, how ironic! This one doesn't work.
Oh, for real? Oh, damn. Oh, my name is Thomas Seidel. I've been a part of the Sharp scene for about, I don't even know, what has it been, like 8 years now?
8 years. Yeah. Sharp is skinheads against
skinheads against racial prejudice.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, I kind of let it grow out a little bit, but been doing this activism stuff for a long time. Started out in a sundown town, and then eventually worked my way international, and run my own organization with my wife, Fighting Against Fascism organization. We have our own coalition of different organizations with our March for Democracy coalition. We're pretty much in with all the 50-51s, Indivisibles, Sons of Liberty, About Face, like a lot of different veteran organizations as well, because I am a veteran.
Now the question I have, because I haven't been here in the past couple of days, and
it's terrible.
All of this shit. Can you explain to everybody what exactly went down? Because you've been here.
All right. So what happened was protesters started to push on the barriers that they had out, the bike barriers.
Saturday.
And it started to clash. They were looking for something, they were looking for any way to escalate, but we kind of gave them a reason to. And then there was a little bit of some flames down. Because they were shooting off tear gas, and that started flames. We were trying to put some of the fire out, but some of the younger crowd decided that they wanted to pour some fire starter on it to make it bigger, and burn some garbage. But that essentially gave them the reason to kick us out of here and put us on timeout. So I mean, I tried to put the fire out. They were trying to escalate with us, escalate with the other medics, and
did they lock you up? Right?
No. When curfew came around, we left. I wasn't gonna mess with that.
Curfew on that was okay. Yeah, let me get this, because you probably can't hear me. Can you hear me when I was talking just now?
We hear you now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. They imposed a curfew here on, I mean, you know what word I'm trying to say. And they lifted it yesterday?
Yeah, last
night. So overall, and I think that's one of the reasons why that people are getting arrested. this protest pen, and is that reason why everything has gone on? I mean, why everything's so quiet right now?
I think just people are just tired, to be honest. I mean, I think people are just regrouping, and I think you'll see more people here during the weekend.
Okay.
Plus, there was a lot of we had like 60 protesters, and some of them were organizers that they try to give felony charges for rioting. So I mean, people are very much on edge with that, and nobody wants to be in an unsafe environment, right? So I think that's valid.
As someone who's been there on the ground all this time, what is the one thing you wish the rest of the country could know, especially people who are supporting you but we're not there? What do we need to know about what's happening?
We need to know that there are women being sexually assaulted inside the ICE facility. There are also children that are being sexually assaulted. Yeah, they're being shipped off to Texas with one of the most restricted abortion rights in the country. They are not allowing, proper hygiene, proper edible food, and they're trying to. The detainees are just trying to make sure that the vulnerable get out of this situation before the people that are healthy can get out.
By the way, we're talking 13 days now?
Yeah, we're at, I believe, 13 days. And I think the biggest thing is that we need more local people on the ground. We need more organizations to get out here and help out. We need more unity. We need more compassion. And we need to just uplift the voices that are in this detention center that are doing something very brave. They are being beaten, maced inside the detention center because they are not working like they're supposed to be cleaning and doing all the work inside the detention center. It's like concentration camp, really. Yeah.
What everybody used to do back in the days of the early wall, but there's a message.
Can you hear him?
On
No, we're losing you, Daryl. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it. Well, that's gonna be an edit. But no, I was saying that there's a lot of tags on the barriers here. It's starting to look a little bit like Berlin in the 60s and 70s and all of that. Although this is just chalk and everything, but it's so people definitely notice the how should I say, the
similarities?
Similarities, yes, similarities. So, but that's what we're dealing with here. That's what we're dealing with. And bear in mind, I had this is the first time I've been here since Saturday, as I said, and I've only been here for maybe 20 minutes or so.
What's the vibe like, Daryl?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, no problem. Just what's the vibe like? How are people acting? I don't really hear any music. Are there bands? Is it just organizations? Like, what's it look like over there? What do you see?
It's really quiet right now. I mean, there was somebody that was speaking. They was asking if there what kind of music if there was any, what's the vibe around here.
It's very.
I'll give it to you.
The vibe is exhaustion. People are exhausted. People are not as motivated because of the level of I think it's the way they're impeding on the First Amendment, right? The way they're trying to make it harder and harder for people to be here. And people are afraid of what's next, right? It's psychological warfare, mixed with, chemical warfare. So, I mean, most people aren't ready for this type of tactics. I was in the military for 8 years. So, I mean, you can throw whatever at me. I'm gonna be fine. It's just, you have to be on your toes. You have to have situational awareness that goes beyond no kings. And a lot of people just don't have that. A lot of people are so used to just walking around with a sign. They're not used to, going into a battlefield. So you have to use your mind like you're in a battlefield and be, a couple of steps, ahead of yourself. And that's where I was like, when I saw those kids pushing up against the barrier like that, I was like, oh no, it's gonna get bad, So we started to get people, organized and ready to go because we knew that SWAT was gonna come in. And
right quick, I wanted to ask because we're gonna segue to something. Oh, let me put. So I was going to ask you because we're getting ready to segue into something regarding Greg Bovino. Did he ever make it here?
Sure, but he has not been forward facing
Here in this area at all?
Oh, he's been here in this location, but he's never actually come out and antagonize the people. So, well, I mean, being with his, entourage, he's not coming.
We got some news. I'm going to bring it up, and we're going to talk about it right now. You'll be able to hear me talk about it. But for those who don't remember, this Greg Bovino was the what was he? The camp, the commander in chief or something, at large or something like that for.
Yeah, he was running Minnesota.
Yeah, he was running Minneapolis, and he's out of California.
Former Border Patrol chief.
Yeah, and after, I mean, he was basically the scumbag of the scumbags over there, and basically his bullshit is what cost the lives of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, and
there was another
and there was a
person, black man, I forget his name.
Oh yeah,
what was his name? What was the black man's
There was
name?
a black man that was also killed. I can't remember his name. In Minneapolis, a couple of months ago. Ronnie Easton? No, was that?
No,
Keith Porter.
Keith Porter.
Keith Porter. There we go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. But yeah, after it started embarrassing Trump, he got him and Christy Noem lost their jobs, and I'm just saying that for the audience. But what happened was, I mean, he was supposed to have gone back to his original position and everything, but he had he resigned completely, and he had left the last day of the Noam's last day was his last day. Yeah, but that just happened. Nobody knows that. I mean, or rather, nobody picked up on that. Once he was gone, nobody gave a shit. You know where he ended up last weekend?
Where?
There was a white supremacist neo-Nazi conference in Portugal on Saturday, and he was there as a speaker. As a speaker. I'm gonna let y'all go. I mean, it was called the what was it called? The
Reconquista.
Well, that's the name of one of the groups.
Remigration. I'm sorry, the Remigration.
The Remigration conference. Oh, plus Summit.
Yeah, Remigration Summit.
The I'm sorry, hold on. I got to make sure I say this word right. The re-migration is what white supremacists today call cleansing. Ethnic cleansing. That's their new word for that. Yeah. And basically that means that Bovino was at a ethnic cleansing conference over the weekend. Which included folks like Jared Taylor, he was there. Some folks from the New York City Republican club, the new the new president of that, and a few other people, a lot of your more notorious knuckleheads from Europe. But he was at that, and we're going to have a story about that on Idavox in a couple of days, so y'all can see exactly where he was. But when a guy, I would just say flat out, once somebody tells you that acts like a Nazi, he loved himself some Rommel. He mentioned that. Yeah, he talked about how much he loved Rommel.
Speech in Portugal, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So when somebody, everybody was calling him out as being a Nazi, and show the frickin' not.
Well, I would say one of the organizations that was there was a German organization called the AfD, the Alternative for Germany.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the exact same organization that Elon Musk spoke for last year, where he gave his Nazi salute, and people were saying that he didn't do that. But this is the exact same right-wing party that he went to, and he said that Germany shouldn't have. I believe what was the phrase, that they shouldn't be ashamed of their past. Right. These are the people who they told us weren't Nazis who are now at this remigration conference.
Yeah, and that's what, and we've been saying that they were Nazis. The crew here, a crew of right wingers that was here on Saturday, actually got mad at me because I was wearing that. I don't know if anybody's seen it. You can see it online here and there. We sell it on the shirt in the shop. The one that says "Good night, White Pride" with the runes. They did not like that shirt. They was talking about how I was racist for having that shirt. It was.
You know, I ran those fools out of Galway.
Huh?
I ran those fools out of Galway.
I'm happy. But in any case, but that's what we've been dealing with. We know we're dealing with Nazis. And it's not a case of trying to convince people of it, because frankly, we've already done that. We're now at the point where we just start treating them like one, like treating them like the Nazis that they have been. So, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here.
I'm just, what do you say? They removed all doubt that we're dealing with Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
The Nazi salute should have done that. Nazi salute. But Bovino, he wore his Nazi coat, cosplayed being a Nazi during all of the time he was in Minnesota. And now he's gone to Europe to hang out with Nazis and give speeches quoting Nazi generals and saying there's inspiration. There's just no doubt left.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I would say this is the absurdity of it. Before we were recording, Beth and I were talking earlier, and she brought up a good point. You have all these organizations in Europe talking about remigration. Putting aside the fact that a place like Portugal and a place like Spain are incredibly racially mixed, particularly in the South, we'll put that aside. But when they talk about remigration, they have representatives from the United States and Canada there who are by definition, European transplants, who are claiming to be natives. This is looking for rationality among people who are dishonest for a living.
I should point out something in regards to that. On the date that they had this conference. Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah. All right.
I just don't. I don't want to fucking.
Oh, no worries.
Thanks for being out there.
Thank you. They just said thank you for being out here.
Hey, no problem.
But anyway, I'll go back to the thing about that particular date that they had the conference. That was the feast day of, and I cannot remember his name off the top of my head. I I don't know if it was Crusader or what have you, that drove the Moors out of the Pacific, out of the area.
Like El Cid, like Spain, the Reconquest.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That was the feast. That was his feast that day, and they did that on purpose. So, that's something. So they know what they're doing. They know what they're about and everything. But we gotta just basically send a message to them is that those are not, today is not those days. We're not letting that happen. The fact that last year, this was their second one. This is their second round show, or rather conference. It's similar to Amrin. In fact, some of the same people were that we saw in Amrin was at this event. But the thing about it is that you can have as many conferences as you want, but we're still going to be here shutting them down. And they caught hell the last time they had a conference last year. And we got drums going. Oh, we got music going.
Very good.
But in any case, they had they made it so that they was in a friendly venue, somebody that was down with their shit, and it was in a town in Portugal. I'm not sure where the other one was last year. I can't remember off the top of my head, but so that's what Greg Bovino was at, and we're going to have to ask questions as to why was he allowed to go on for so long with these kinds of ideas. I mean, these ideas were not something that just came out of nowhere. They weren't.
Yeah.
I think what's one of the more disturbing aspects of this moment to me is that it is so very clear these are the Nazis that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And, like reading history, Teach Night by Elie Wiesel every year. And always that thought is like, historically, like, how could just ordinary, decent people not speak up when they see these things happening? But I see so many ordinary, decent people who are like, well, let's try to find a middle ground. Let's try to get along. And you just want to scream like they're literal Nazis. And it makes it clear how some of these horrible things historically have happened. And I don't know how, I just want to get people and shake them and, like the literal Nazis, we're not going to be nice.
Yeah. I mean, I think they already know that. I think there's some folks that just are not prepared for that fight. I mean, I think that's one of the things that Tom basically alluded to. There are fights that people are not prepared to have. And it's up to us who are prepared to take up that slack until folks come around. And that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. What organizations do you see there, Daryl? Is it just individuals, or do you see like?
For what I see right now is really, I think there was some church people that were here, and they were the ones that were speaking. But I can't tell you exactly what organizations are here. I don't even know if. Well, I think the other group that was here that was basically organizing everything for everybody. I think they're still here, but I can't say for sure. I'm just pulling out my tablet because I want to make sure that I have. Oh, the music's done.
How large is the police presence?
Yeah, it's not like, even the cops that were behind me when I started all of this over here, they're gone. So I'm not even.
I think one of the more powerful things about what's happened at Delaney Hall is that it is the people who are facing the most oppression who are leading this fight. And we also, there's a report, I'm seeing it on Channel 7 News out of California. There is a facility there, the Adelanto ICE processing center, where detainees are now on a hunger strike. They've been on hunger strike since May 20th. So this strategy, this of resistance is spreading.
And also in California, and that's beautiful. I love that. I mean, we just got to keep it going. But there was you can understand why, because there are some really nasty situations going on in California. We are rather, I don't know if this was in California though. Let me check and make sure. Actually, you can talk about this because you were the one that told us this story about Wendy Hernandez Reyes and how she was separated from her two-year-old son.
Yeah, let me pull that up real fast so I get all the details right. It's one of the most horrific stories coming out. I mean, there's so many horrific stories, but this one just is just. She was arrested going to her job on a construction site on January 26th, and she's begging the officers at her arrest to please, like she's got a 2-year-old son at home. His name was Orlin. She's a single mom. Let me get my child. She begs them to deport him with her. He was born in the U.S. They would not allow that. She begs them not to give him to his uncle, who is a known child abuser. On March 4th, the government gives this baby to this known child abuser, deports his mother, deports her without her passport, so she can't do anything at all to get her child back. That was on January 26th that she's arrested and deported. And on March 4th, little Orlin, who had just turned 3, collapsed and was declared dead at a Pensacola hospital.
I didn't catch that.
It was ruled it a homicide, multiple blunt force trauma. The uncle has been charged with murder. And the U.S. government was so kind that they allowed her to come back into the United States for his funeral. But she was met at the airport, put in handcuffs, and forced to wear an ankle monitor to his funeral. And the government said she abandoned him. And that's why he died. I mean, just this.
Yeah, that's just perverse. That's grotesque. There's no other way to put that. The government murdered that child, and it's like, I don't know how to put that. And that's one story among thousands. And as we heard Tom say before, I mean, that's what's going on in these facilities also, right? This is why people are out there. And when they say that police are clashing with protesters, it's people are there because women, children, men are being physically and sexually and psychologically assaulted, and someone needs to do something about it. And
right.
According to the Brookings Institution, since President Trump began his second term, 146,635 American children who are U.S. citizens have had a parent detained by immigration authorities.
Yeah, that's the party of family values, just destroying But this is, I mean, this is one of my rants, right? But that's what this country's always been. It's always been about destroying families of color, right? Whether it's Black families, Latino families, in this case, immigrant families, Native American families. And you see this constant fear in movements like QAnon, where what they're doing is they project their own actions on everyone else. And that's really the fear. It's they talk about taking children. They've always taken children. This government has always taken children, and we see it playing out now. You said 146,000 families. I mean, that's...
And a third of those were for children under age 6.
Yeah, these are young children. So,
I'm gonna let's cut it here because now I can't hear you.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I mean, I don't mind the music, but I can't hear you.
No, yeah.
Another statistic with that is that, according to Brookings, only 5% of those children received any services from child welfare system at all.
Yeah.
Of course not. They don't give a shit about these kids. You know that. Hold on.
It's an absolute disaster. This entire administration, first time and now the second time, is a catastrophe, and it's going to take years, if at all, it's possible to rectify all of this trash, this nonsense. Like there's no metric at all where this country is better off than where it was. Whether it's international relations, the economy. We're going to have the 250th anniversary of this country, and nobody cares. Nobody like Vanilla Ice. You want to go see Vanilla Ice rap? Like nobody wants that. Everybody left. Millie and Vanilli. I think one of them passed away 20 years ago. Like nobody's doing this event, and there's just this general apathy around the country, and it's all made worse by the administration.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have 146,635 American U.S. citizen children who are growing up with this deep, deep trauma.
Yeah, mistrustful of the government, mistrustful of the of our institutions. That will lead to resentment in the future. These will be adults one day, and all we've done is just made every problem worse. I remember telling my students in 2016 when he got elected the first time. I said to them, I said, look, this is just me talking. This is my opinion, one man's opinion. I said, everything in this country will get worse. I said there is not one problem that this administration will ever be able to solve because that's not their goal. And now we see them. They're fleecing everybody. They're moving to islands in the Mediterranean. We see Peter Thiel, getting on a plane and flying away to Argentina.
Status quo is here. Coup is here. So just wanted to let you know they're back and they're going to start doing things live soon. But go on. I apologize.
No, I mean that's just where we're at as a country. It's disheartening, and we've taken so many steps back. I mean, we see these rich people hiding because they know that there's resentment. I mean, whether it's where I'm from in Long Branch, whether we see Kushner and them buying property in Albania. We see clashes in Albania with local police over there, whether it's the Mediterranean, it's everywhere, right? This is a class of individuals that are global in their reach, and they're grifting everybody at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's one of the things to remember. This is whenever you see fascists on high like this, always remember that there is a dollar amount attached to it. So, go on.
In at Delaney Hall, Geo Group runs that. Democracy Now! Reports Geo Group saw its profits jump from 32 million in 2024 to 254 million in 2025. So that's who's making bank off of what's happening to people in that building.
Yeah,
and I know a lot of people are pissed off at him right now. I get it, but I will say, I don't know if it's going to work, but he's going to court right now to shut this down. Not
Ras Baraka.
Ras Baraka.
Yeah, they're filing a lawsuit because they're alleging, and he is along with the governor, that the unsafe conditions, and everybody knows the unsafe conditions, the unsafe food, the unhygienic living quarters, and elected officials are being denied access, and that's what the lawsuit's about. Like the governor of New Jersey was denied access to this facility. I mean, I'll leave it at that. We should have thousands of people out there.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is, chances are it may be a case where they go in, they're allowed to go in, or there's going to be some chicanery going on from the administration. We don't know what's going to happen with that lawsuit, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think honestly, I'm going to segue to something else that's a little bit more, I don't know, pleasant. There are people that are coming coming on to this fight, and that are concerned about what's going on, and we know their names. They are folks who are making no bones about it, who are calling themselves, straight up celebrities, straight up saying that they're anti-fascist. And The other day, I got a call from Kathy Griffin, and she called me to make sure that I was okay. She just wanted, I talked to her a lot, and she just simply wanted to make sure that all was good. And she has a podcast, and she shout us out.
Quick shout out to someone who is a hero living among us, and you may have heard of him. His name is Daryl Lamont Jenkins, and he has been literally chasing Nazis and fighting Nazis for decades. He's the real deal. There are movies about him. You can look him up on IMDb, but I want you to find him wherever he is on whatever social media and see his work, because he is a real full-time activist and really effective. You know, he's been going to Delaney and he goes to all the hot spots. He's also like a huge punk rock fan, so there's that fun part of him. Anyway, I'm proud to be his friend, but as much as he gets accolades in the world of Antifa or anti-fascism, which is what I am and what you are, you don't want fascism, even though you might vote for Spencer Pratt like an idiot. He is a fascist, and so is Donald Trump. I just want to commend the great Daryl Lamont Jenkins and introduce you to him. Find him wherever you can and support him. And if there's a GoFundMe, add to it. He wants to open a community center and he wants a board of directors and he has big dreams, and yet he's still a Nazi hunting street fighter at heart. And he is fearless, you guys. He is absolutely fearless, and I admire him and I just love him.
She's supporting everything that we're doing. And we're talking about someone who knows what this government can do. I mean, you're talking about somebody who's basically, her entire career has been uprooted by a guy who ultimately did the shit that she has been accused of doing. And but she's not backing down. I mean, she's just basically rolling with the punches, as she should. And she's in our camp. She's down with us, and I love her for it. I love her for it. And she said on the podcast, she gave us a shout out at the end of her podcast the other day. Talked about that we had if we have a GoFundMe, give to it or what have you. So I said, you know what, we didn't, but now we do. And it's a GoFundMe that we basically dedicate to Laura and Mike Sullivan, who, as you know, we lost a couple of these past couple of years. And Laura back on May 6th, and Mike had we lost him on August 24th, and they were reporting to me, and I figured it would be, and this work was important to them. So I figured, what better way to pay them tribute than have a GoFundMe in their name. So if you go to our if you're watching this online, which of course you are, you'll see the links in the descriptions and to the GoFundMe if you want to donate and everything. So and I hope you do. But yeah. And I want to thank Kathy Griffin for giving us love for that. And you'll be surprised by kind of what kind of circles are looking at us, hoping that we will prevail. Seriously, you will be. And I know some of you. I know you saw the video that she did for us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really nice, and it was she didn't have to do that, and it was really nice of her to give you a shout out. And it's great. We have a GoFundMe now that we could support the cause. We could support those that have that have passed away, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know that people are out there and that they care.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a great video. Loved the support she was giving. Also, she had all of her dogs with her, and I have a lot of dogs. I was like, how is her couch that clean? My couch is covered in dog hairs, and hers looks pristine. So I would like to know the secret.
I'll ask her. I got to talk to her tonight. I hope I talk to her tonight, and I'll let them know. I'll let her know that that question has been posed. So, and if anybody wants to, I'm gonna also have a link to the full podcast if you want to take a look at it. She actually interviews the mayor of L.A., Karen Bass, who come on, but why are we dealing with? I mean, she also brings up Spencer Pratt and his run against her. She calls him straight up straight up a fascist. So and honestly, at this point, I don't think he's going to prevail. But at this point, we really got to start asking, why are we putting these side shows in these positions of I guess power? It's time to, if we actually give a damn about the society that we live in and leave for everybody that comes after us, stop putting this clown show up. I don't even care if it's, I mean, never mind our political differences. Somebody who wants to do the work for real needs to be where these folks start trying to be. So that's who we're putting up. A lot. I mean, I was poll working yesterday, and there's a lot of real progressives that are trying to that are actually winning their primaries. So someone in my district, he looks like he's going to win because we are blue. We're a blue district, and they're already pissed off at him. So
here in Kentucky, we've got Charles Booker, who has won the primary for Mitch McConnell's seat. It would be the first Black senator from Kentucky. Charles is supporting universal health care.
Oh wow!
He's just fantastic, and I think he can do it.
Crossing fingers. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in November. One thing I will say, however, never. I guess I would just say the Democrats have a nasty habit of taking, snatching victory out of the jaws of. I mean, they always seem to they always seem to shoot themselves in the foot with us, and they end up losing. And here we are again. And I will say it over and over again. Trump should never won the first time. He damn sure should not have won the last time.
Yeah.
There was no excuse for that. And we could talk all day long about how corrupt voting is or whatever, what kind of games are going on in the background. But the truth of the freaking matter is that the Democrats really didn't fight.
No.
And I think that's one of the reasons why you see people like Mondami and some of the progressives in Jersey that have won their primaries, and others across the country, progressives and not centrists, some centrists. We see them winning because we're tired of people who don't want to fight.
I think as we see more people like Mamdani win office, more progressives will be elected because hopefully people will see the improvements in their own lives that can be made.
Yeah.
Right.
As we get the services we should get, like universal health care from our government, like the rest of the world has.
Yeah, I think basically what really what we are looking for is people that will do the work. Seriously. We are everybody, I heard Rahm Emanuel sing the praises of the centrists, but you guys don't want to do shit. You really don't. Well, you just want to keep the seat warm, away from people who actually want to do some work and make money off of it. And we're done. We're done.
Yeah, that's all they want.
So it's time that stops. People want to see solutions to the problems that we keep talking about. I mean, yes, we can do it on our own, as I keep saying. Occupy showed us, and today, us being out here says that we'll be able to deal with situations if we have to. But the fact of the matter is, if you're going to be in the job officially, then you should officially start doing the work. So,
Absolutely.
That's my attitude. And it is getting dark out here.
It is getting dark, and I think I'm actually going to have to head out in a minute.
Well, we're going to say we're going to split. We're going to split because I think we got ourselves a show. I think we and I appreciate everybody that I definitely appreciate Tom for being over here. And but I just want to say I do. I have it in the bag right now, but it doesn't make any sense to try to get it back up, put it up right now. But I think that it's going to be interesting over the summer, see how things go down. And we're going to be here for it. And we're going to be here. We're going to be here on YouTube. We're going to be here on Facebook, on Patreon, and we are also going to be on Substack, where we started. And we need your help. We need your support. Like I said, we're going to have that GoFundMe for One People's Project. It is tax deductible, and Patreon and Substack also gives you an opportunity to help us. And I'm just going to let Beth take that on.
We believe that one of the best tools we have at our disposal to fight fascism is education and conversation and getting the word out about what's happening. And we're also anti-capitalist. So whatever we produce at Outavox with Antifascism O.G, it is available to all the people because we hope it's going to help us defeat these fascists. It's the one thing we can do. But with that said, we also need a little cash to keep running. So please subscribe, please follow all of those things that are not going to cost anything. If you are able, if you have that extra couple dollars, be a paid subscriber, send a donation. One People's Project, Outavox have been fighting fascists for a quarter of a century. They were fighting fascists before fighting fascists was cool. I don't know. Does that work? But anyway, a long time. So, and they're still going and will continue to go until the last fascist is defeated. So if you've got some cash, send it our way, please.
Thank you very much. And I guess the fascists are basically lighting up the nighttime sky with their lights. And I'm going to bounce out of here right now. It's been a long day. Yesterday was a long day. Today's a long day. And I want to get some sleep. And I also got a phone call to take. So
that's some chickens. To
there you go.
All right, y'all. I want to thank you, Beth. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Tom. And we are out.